Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of English vocabulary. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. Our word of the day is consequently. What does it mean? How do we use it? Let's dive in. Consequently is an adverb that means as a result. It indicates that something is a direct outcome or effect of something else. Think of it as a slightly more formal way of saying therefore or so. It's a B2 level word, so mastering it will definitely elevate your English. Now, let's look at some synonyms. Instead of consequently, you could use words like therefore, as a result, hence, thus, and accordingly. Let's see these in action. The weather was terrible. Therefore, we canceled the picnic. She didn't study. As a result, she failed the exam. Hence, we must take precautions. The evidence was clear. Thus, the jury reached a quick verdict. He followed the instructions accordingly, and the experiment was successful. See how these words all signal a cause and effect relationship, just like consequently?
Great.
Now, let's flip things around and explore some antonyms. Words that have the opposite meaning of consequently include because, since, due to, owing to, and despite. These words introduce the cause, not the effect. Let's look at them in sentences. Because it was raining, we stayed inside. Since he was tired, he went to bed early. The game was canceled due to the bad weather. The flight was delayed owing to unforeseen circumstances. Despite the difficulties, they persevered. Notice how these words explain why something happened, rather than what happened as a result. Wonderful. So, how can we use consequently in everyday life? You might say, I forgot to set my alarm. Consequently, I was late for work. Or, the restaurant was fully booked. Consequently, we had to eat somewhere else. You can also use it to explain consequences in more serious situations. The company made some bad investments. Consequently, they lost a lot of money. You'll often find it in written English, like reports, essays, and articles, adding a touch of formality and precision. Here are some more examples of consequently in sentences and phrases. Consequently, the project was delayed. He failed to submit his assignment. Consequently, he received a failing grade. There was a power outage. Consequently, all the traffic lights went out. Consequently, we need to find a new solution. The price of oil increased. Consequently, the cost of gasoline also went up. She worked very hard. Consequently, she achieved her goals. See how it always shows a direct relationship between two things?
Perfect.
Now, let's recap. Consequently is an adverb that means as a result. It's a useful word for showing cause and effect, and it's a step up from simpler words like so. Synonyms include therefore as a result, hence, thus, and accordingly. Antonyms include because, since, due to, owing to, and despite. You can use it in everyday conversations and in more formal writing to clearly express the outcome of a situation. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me on Hello Word. I hope you found this exploration of consequently helpful. Before you go, I have a small request. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others discover the show and learn new English words. And now, for your homework. I challenge you to create your own sentence using the word consequently. Share your sentence in the comments below the video. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep learning and keep speaking English.